All right, fellas, what's going on? Welcome to episode 16 of the Cut the Mic podcast, brought to you by True to Self, as always. Gio, Eddie, myself, Braulio, your co-host. Yeah, W's in the shot. Am I right, guys?
Let's get it.
What's happening, Crody?
What's going on, fellas?
Good,
Well, we'll get into that just real quick. As always, we're just gonna fly by the our socials. As always, give us a follow on Instagram down below. Feel free, or not, whatever. Follow our YouTube channel, Cut the Mic Podcast. We post our videos on there, these episodes. Follow our Instagram, cut_the_mic, and our TikTok, True to Self. So, fellas, before we get into it, we got a lot to talk about tonight. What are we?
Yes, sir.
How we feeling? How we doing? How's the week?
My week's been good.
Oh, hi, Kayla.
Yeah, Kayla's
Hey,
making a
Kayla.
cameo. Yeah, thought you were slick. Anyways,
Your hoodie or something?
Special guest. What's she getting? A
Shot
bottle?
o'clock,
got the
shot o'clock,
bottle.
shot o'clock. Take a shot right now. I'm down.
should take one. Yeah, you can put it in me, shot. But you gotta take it up on the podcast.
She'll
Oh,
join
take
us
a
in a
shot with her.
moment. We'll have a special guest, special highlight moment. But Gio, how's the week? How you doing right now?
I pretty much worked all week and then played Valorant. Just been keeping up to date with the NBA games and the beefs. Just being an NPC casual consumer lately.
Yeah, that's my everyday life.
Mhm.
Eddie, how you doing?
This week was bad. It
Oh.
was probably the worst week in a few weeks, but
Damn.
definitely got 1% worse. But that's okay. I needed some. I don't know. It was just it happens. Just one of those weeks. So
Sorry to hear, but
Um,
hopefully next week you bounce back.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, things. I think it's just a sad reality that things don't stop moving, even if you're not feeling your best. So
Yeah.
it's just
True.
life. So yeah, next week will be better.
Next week will be better.
Bounce back.
Yeah. I think for myself, the week was good. Today was a little rough, but trying to keep that positive mentality. I knew the podcast was tonight, so try not to let it get to me. But yeah, same thing. Hopefully next week is the same. Like Gio said, NPC living, NPC life. Just keep
It sucks, bro. We're not famous yet, so we can't be like, we had a meeting with this person and we did this. Like, we're not there yet, so
It's all right.
our regular days are
The struggle continues. We'll enjoy it.
mundane. Mm.
But yeah, we're gonna keep it concise tonight. Just talk about a few things. First, we'll start off with the NBA playoffs. So a lot has happened in the last week. First round's nearly wrapped up. I think there's a chance for both teams to finish round one tonight if both Mavericks and the Cavs win. I think the Cavs game might be over by now, but I have to double.
Wait, is it game 7 or is this?
They're game sixes, but they're up 3-2, so their chance to, if those two teams win it, they'll end it.
I feel bad for them, bro. They get no coverage.
Oh yeah, no, I have not watched a single minute of the Cavs or Magic series. I mean that's the next matchup for the Celtics, and I don't really care who we get.
Yeah.
There's really not any worry in my mind.
Both teams don't got the dog in them. All right, hold on. Let's take this shot real quick for the
All right.
podcast.
Kayla's
I
gonna.
wasn't even ready.
Uh-oh, I've been joining too.
I'm in it. Give me a
All right.
second.
I'm gonna drink some water.
Ooh, whack.
Oh, y'all got your models too?
This man pulled out the repo. He's crazy.
Ready.
Yeah.
Eddie.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Damn.
All right. I'm glad we got that out the way because now we can get into it.
Yep.
So let's go. Let's talk your shit, guys. What's going on? NBA playoffs. You can go anywhere with this. Where y'all want to focus?
The chopped cheeses beat the Philly cheesesteaks. So I seen a comment on that earlier. So that's pretty good. You know, get Embiid out of here.
I
But-
just speaking of that series, I mean, I kind of want to see the Knicks because I feel like the Celtics have more than enough to beat that team. So if they make it all the way to the conference finals, I'm feeling good.
I think they do. I think they beat the Pacers. Honestly,
Yeah, I'm not rooting. I'm not rooting against them. Well, not rooting for them, obviously, but I really don't care. Again, when it comes to Pacers or Knicks, I mean, it's hard. I was trying to think about this the other day. Who do I like as a Celtics fans? Who do I want to see less in the conference finals? I don't know. What do you guys
it
think?
doesn't matter.
Right?
It
Like,
does not matter.
okay,
Like
that's what I was.
it does not
thinking.
matter in the East. The only team that really scares me right now is the Timberwolves.
Oh, the Timberwolves.
That's true. That's game.
That's like
game.
the only team that scares me.
I'm still rolling with the Nuggets just because I gotta see more from the Timberwolves. I'm impressed so far, but I gotta see more.
When's their first game? Like, I gotta see that.
Tomorrow,
They play
maybe?
tomorrow
If not
against the
Sunday?
Nuggets. Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So that's what
okay.
I'm saying. Like, if we'll see how this matchup goes, because obviously this will be a big indicator. But
A lot of people are saying the
shout out Anthony Edwards, by the way. Just side note.
GOAT, bro.
That might
I'm
be the
sorry.
best like series of the whole thing for like
Yeah,
this whole
no.
year.
Tomorrow I'm tuning in.
A lot of people are saying it's the NBA Finals early,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I could respect people saying that honestly. We'll see.
We'll see.
I think my money is like the Wolves are just playing too good. You know,
Yeah.
like I felt as if the Nuggets were playing with their food a little bit with the Lakers being down 20 constantly, and like they're in the playoffs obviously, but I feel like they weren't really fully locked in, and you know it's like it weakened them a little bit, and like maybe it's a sign that they're a weaker team. And obviously now is where their playoffs really begin because
Yeah.
I guess the Lakers were never an opponent to begin with, sadly, to think that, and like it's flipping now.
Mhm.
But I think Timberwolves got everything you need. They have the defense, they have the depth, they have the superstar in Ant Edwards, they have the second super, like they're just a deeper team, I think, right now.
Yeah.
Through and through, and like they reminded me of like what the Nuggets were last year. They have the veteran leadership. I think it's Minnesota wins, and I would even say 5 or 6. So we'll see.
I agree with you. The Nuggets are weaker than they were last year. They were deeper last year. I agree with you. I mean, they might have been playing with their food a bit too much with the Lakers. You know, at times I seriously thought maybe the Lakers were outplaying them, and then I realized like no, they were just waiting to turn up at the end. But that's what worries me. I feel like the Nuggets have another, like they can go another level. Like they know like, all right, we can cruise by the Lakers, and now we'll turn up. And just Jamal Murray, like that man is, he has ice in his veins for real.
Yeah, he's one of the weirdest like basketball players ever because he's good. He's so good, but he's not. He's not like
he got that
accolades
clutch.
wise is not.
Yeah,
anything.
he got that clutch gene. Like there's no question about it.
It's fair, but the only reason the Lakers lost is because one, their coaching,
Yeah.
and two, their role player support
Shout out Darvin Ham
was
getting
not
fired.
was not being there. You know, LeBron and AD played just as good as Jokic and Murray, and the difference being, I think Ant is gonna play just as good as Jokic, and I think Cat is gonna play just as good as Murray. And then on top of that, I think Jay McDaniels is gonna play just as good as Michael Porter Jr. You know,
That's
Rudy is gonna
be,
play just as good as Aaron Gordon. Nickeil Alexander.
They got
Walker
tall players too, so it's like
just as good as
Yeah.
KCP. Like I think they're like, and that's crazy because Nickeil Alexander Walker is like, you know, like just another guy, and then Naz Reid, and like they're just so deep, you know. And I feel as if that's just where the Timberwolves have a better core. They have more depth. Their defense is out of this world, and trust Minnesota's scary.
let's see it.
That's what I want to see. Who does like MPJ or what's his name, McDaniels on the Timberwolves. yeah, I want to see who just
Cooks.
yeah, who plays better, because I feel like it might come down to that if the stars do what they have to do. And then, to your point, Edmund, the good thing is that Timberwolves are huge. They got size. They got to throw all the bodies at Jokic to slow him down. So between Rudy Gobert, and Cat, yeah, they just they got to do what AD did. Like AD did everything he possibly could against Jokic, and sadly his team let him down.
But now you don't have to worry about just like they have
Yeah.
two big tall people.
Yeah.
Like they got
So
like Joker's not gonna be able to just run free. He's probably gonna do those weird ass threes and stuff and like
yeah,
runners or something.
He's still gonna like drop his like triple double like 20-10-10 type shit, but
Yeah.
I think it's just gonna be not as, I don't know. It's gonna take a team effort to win this, and like
I think it goes easily 6-7 games. Man, I want to say Timberwolves, but I gotta see it, so I'm gonna go Nuggets right now. And that's I love Ant. Like, don't get me wrong. Like he's still my background. Like, big fan, but I gotta see it, and then I'll buy it.
this, I think you have reasons to like be concerned. I think it's like when the Celtics, like when we swept the Nets, and then like where like how we just lost to like better coaching. I think the Nuggets, like Mike Malone, I think he's a slightly better coach than the Timberwolves coach, but he's not a slouch. The Timberwolves coach is not a slouch either. You know, I know he tore his ACL or like whatever, he got injured, which is crazy to think. So it's like how readily available. No, that's what I'm saying. I feel like that's like their weak point. Like I think that's the area of concern for me, where if they don't have their coach there on the sidelines, can they still perform and whatnot?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's probably the only thing that's gonna hinder them a little bit if it does. And like, will it lead to a meltdown in some players? Like if Ant still drop 30 and so on and so forth. So yeah, we'll see.
My last thing to say about this matchup is like, again, just to emphasize the point how much I like Ant. I think similar how I believe Luka is on a mission to just beat the Clippers, like just in that respect. I think Ant is on a mission to prove he is the best player on the court every single night. So if he just keeps that mentality going into this next matchup against the Nuggets, we're gonna see. He's going up against, quote unquote, a lot of people's best player in the world right now in Jokic. So we gonna see. So it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and I think Ant is, like I feel like I've been looking for my next favorite player. Once Braun and then PG's about to retire now,
Get him out.
I think that's Ant.
I think it's
Ant. Like I was excited. I was like, yeah, Giannis is doing good, but I don't know. Like I didn't love Giannis as much, and I feel like Ant is like that it factor, that star. I'm just like, yeah, I could root for him. Like Luka Cole too, obviously, but I don't know. Ant is just Ant. So
he's him in a lot of respects. He's him.
The league is in good hands. Like the next level of superstars, they're showing up, and I'm happy to see it.
What do we think? Because I know tip-off starts soon. I just, my favorite series of round one, Mavericks, Clippers. Mavericks close it out tonight, or Clippers forcing a game 7?
Nah.
What?
Westbrook washed. The whole team washed.
I'm
sorry. I was rooting for them, but I don't know. You just have so many like vets that I feel like ideally you want them to like be a vet and like do their vet things, but I feel like all of them want like some kind of like shine or something. I don't feel like, I just feel like they don't want to play as a team or something. I don't know. There's something about the Clippers just not vibing well with me. And I want to see Kyrie move on.
Edwin?
So.
Disappointed, but we'll see how the game goes. I'll be passively watching later.
I think
I'm still holding out hope. I need for the Clippers to win. James Harden and PG needs to get 60. However that looks like, they just need to drop 60. But I don't know. I guess Mavs figured them out defensively, but we'll see.
I think
I'm still not completely sold, but I think you were right.
I just listen again. I just talking about this series only. I don't think the Mavericks are better than the Nuggets. I don't think they're better than the Timberwolves. I just think Luka refuses to lose to this team. The only player I trust in a playoff scenario on the Clippers is the guy that's not playing.
Yeah.
And it's just unfortunate because I don't hate James Harden. I don't hate PG. I don't hate Westbrook. Just how many times have we seen it in the playoffs where can't get done? So, and how many times have we seen Luka and Kyrie get it done in the playoffs? So I think Mavericks hopefully close out tonight. If not, I don't see him losing the next game, even if the Clippers manage to win tonight. But I don't know. I think Mavericks will probably win it. I was expecting 7 games, so that's why I'm not surprised if the Clippers win tonight. But we'll see.
It can go either way. It really could.
Yeah. And then we got the Thunder and the New Orleans. That was like the second most irrelevant matchup in my mind. Thunder just did their thing, and I don't know.
They played well, but I think they still lose to Pelicans, or they still lose to the Clippers or the Mavericks.
Or the Maverick. Okay.
Yeah, but I mean, who knows? Maybe they could be like the young Thunder back in the day, and they could surprise people.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
I think it's gonna be literally the Thunder versus like the Wolves or the Nuggets, and then I think the Wolves beat the Thunder. I think if the Celtics play the Wolves, we lose. Unfortunately.
Really?
The Nuggets we beat, the Thunder we beat, but anybody like the Wolves, I don't know. Something about the Celtics gonna get locked up. Tatum's gonna have doo-doo game, and then it's just
the turnovers
will come. It can go pretty bad. It's
all right. We got Mr. White. That's all we need.
Okay, he's dropping 25, and we're still gonna lose.
Jason Tatum, who?
The Wolves is the only team that scares me right now. Like the way the Nuggets have been playing. Like, at first I was just like, yeah, we're gonna play the Nuggets again, but I don't think so. I don't think they get out this series alive. Like, I need this series to go 7. And I really need the conference finals to go 5, to go at least 5, like 6 or 7 as well. Because realistically, in my mind, there's no excuse for. I mean, maybe with Kristaps going out, but I think we should go. Celtics should win in 5 and in 4, whoever we play next. Like, we should sweep our next opponent. Honestly, like Cavs or Magic. Like, it doesn't. I feel like if we play the Magic though, I feel like we're losing to them a little bit.
We were losing a few games. I mean, I think both teams we went like 2-1 regular series. I could be wrong on that, but like we beat them majority of the time. But like they have beaten us. But
I feel like you'll take them more serious though now. Like it's the playoffs, like you know what I mean. Like
lock it in.
If we get the Magic, I'm really not worried because like none of them boys have played in the playoffs. No disrespect to the Magic.
Yeah,
like, they don't got the experience. Like the Celtics have been there, done that, and then the Cavs. I'll give them one game. I'll give Spider one game. Yeah, I'll give him one game. Like I like Spider, so.
Him and Tatum are boys, right?
Yeah.
Like Mitchell.
Him and JB too, because I think USA or whatever the
team. Yeah, USA basketball. I mean, there's Bam's boys with them too. Like we just got rid of the Heat, but the one thing I want to say about the Thunder though, I feel like they're going so under the radar. It kind of concerns me. No one's talking about them. They were the number 1 seed in the West, and I'm not saying like I know, but like I'm just like I'm not saying that they're gonna go all the way. I'm just saying like they're so under like the radar right now. It's just a little concerning. Like when I think about them, I'm like I have to remind myself like wait, they got SGA over there. They're the number 1 seed. Like
ideally, I want them to win. Honestly,
they're big too. They're young. They're very young, but they're big too. Cool. So I don't know. We'll see.
Because if Chet somehow gets a ring,
they got Chet and the groomer.
Jesus,
it's crazy how his life got like ruined, and it could probably be a false allegation, whatever. But
the funniest thing, I see this guy on TikTok.
It's GG's for that guy.
And every time homeboy goes over 16 points, he's like, it's fake stats. We know he don't go over 16, and I'm like, damn. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just his reputation got burnt.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
There was a video of him recently where he was like on a date with like a girl who's like clearly in college,
Jesus.
and but he's still. I think he's like what 21 still.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not
20.
that old.
I think he's 20. I don't think he's that old.
You
but
know, it's bad.
It's
Like
so
this is
bad.
gonna be.
Yeah.
It's gonna be his reputation for
Yeah.
the rest of his career.
Yeah.
But he's not vocal or anything, so I feel like it's like the media's gonna carry his narrative.
Like he'll be 25 and like he'll still be fucking 30 or something.
I think that's pretty much it for NBA playoffs. I mean, unless there's anything last. I mean, next series matchups will begin soon. We'll keep mentioning it down the road. Obviously, we're rooting for the Celtics. Should be hopefully an easy enough road, but yeah, playoffs.
There we go.
All right,
Nah.
fellas. So
Celtics in 4. I love it, Adrian.
what we're all
There we go.
here for, good week, good week. Mr.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, Mr. Big Stepper himself, K. Dot, responded finally, and not with
Twice.
one, but with 2 diss tracks. There you go, twice.
Yeah, the double barrel.
Where do we want to start?
I feel like Gio's been waiting. Gio's
Gio?
vindicated.
Nah, literally
Where's
today.
yours?
Nah,
Loves it.
literally
Like,
today. I listened to like a bunch of diss songs, like from Drake and stuff. Like I listened to like Charged Up, back to back. I listened to what's the other song? I'm Upset. I listened to The Story Added On from Pusha T. I listened to a lot of diss songs today just to like really see where every diss song was at. And I still think, well, not still think, but I think that Euphoria is still the best one out of all of them. I think, like Adrian just said, the second one, because I feel like, so what story I'm building up in my head, right, is that Kendrick did like that, but as a like a, you know what I mean, like I'm in the game. I haven't made a song in a little bit. Like I'm coming back. I'm gonna roast y'all. With top 3. You know what I mean? Not like personal things. You know what I mean? Nothing crazy. But I feel like Drake was like, "You trying to come for my spot? Nah. Like, you know what I mean? So then he really shot shots. You know what I mean? And he did. I think where Drake messed up was he did Tailor Made. I think he should have just did push-ups, kept Tailor Made for a little bit, and then waited for Kendrick's words, because he shot twice, and then he kind of missed almost with the second one because he got taken down.
Second one was a blank.
And because it's like, yeah, like I don't know, it just he kind of messed up with that. He got a little too cocky maybe, because literally, I feel like he went for the punch, Kendrick dodged it, and then like right hooked him with Euphoria. Like that really hit him. So, the second one, it seems like it was more like not that serious, but more like a warning to Drake, like, like you don't gotta beef with me. You look like you sounded like he's looking out for him, like people in your crew, sliming you. Yeah, I don't know. Drake really has to respond here, and I don't know what he would do. Kendrick's a tough
Real
person to beef
quick,
with.
I agree with Adrian. I thought the first track was the better of the 2.
Mhm.
I just something about Kendrick going for 6 minutes, just killing Drake I was like, wow,
Switching out flows.
this is crazy. Second one, there was stuff in there was content, but I agree, it was a little mid, but I feel like Kendrick is still holding back. That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
Like he still has more, and I feel like the baller move would be if Kendrick dropped a 3rd diss track, which I don't think he'll do. But if he dropped a 3rd one,
You
and
have to kill him at that point, though.
ended it right there, like just dropped everything he had on Drake, like just exposed Drake on the level that I listened back to the story of Added On earlier this week too, and like I just remember it brought me back to when it first came out, in that moment of hearing that line, and I was like, Drake has a fucking kid. like to me that was like, yo, no one knew that. So like if Kendrick does something like that on the 3rd one, oh man, yeah, Drake, it's over for Drake. Like Kendrick's sitting pretty at top right now, but
It's good to be a rap fan, for sure right now. I think like y'all said, we needed Kendrick to respond, and he showed up. I think this is the real K Dot that everyone's a fan of, and I'm not gonna lie, it was looking spooky for a lot of folks. You know, it definitely had a lot of people nervous, and I was calling him all types of frauds, and like he wasn't built like that. But I'm glad that he proved otherwise, and I'm glad that he dropped. And apparently, Euphoria was supposed to be like 19 minutes long or something. I don't know if that's like,
No, that'd be too long.
We need the extended cut. You know,
He
of all the things
trimmed
that
it
he
to
was really
6 minutes.
saying.
That's so crazy.
Nah, he hates Drake now. He hates Drake.
But I don't know. Like you said, it feels as if he's just like he's still the first like Euphoria. He definitely went crazy, and like he definitely was just like, you know, actually like a genuine diss track only for Drake. Like I'm coming for you. Let's get started. You know, and it's like I feel like they both like not missed, but the both of them were just like throwing a second one out there just to throw it out there. You know, like,
Yeah, I don't know why they did
like,
that.
It wasn't. It was like I don't know if it was like, you know, like Taylor Made was like, in theory it would have been nice, but I think it was just he pushed the envelope a little bit too far with the AI, and
Yeah.
like, it was.
And he didn't say anything new. Like he didn't. He said, "Oh, like your song's, you know, you need a pop song from Taylor." You know what I mean? Like, okay, that's fair, but it's like, I don't know. It's not like the biggest dirt where you can like I don't know. It's part of the game. I feel like with Kendrick getting a song from like Maroon 5 or Taylor Swift or something like that. It's part of the game. Like,
Not even that. Like I feel like, admitting that he's admitting some stuff about his own allegations. It's just like it shot himself in the foot. Like in theory, like I guess like trying to get ahead of it maybe, but it just backfired, and it just was just like it weakened the impact from his first diss, which was like in my like push-ups was like in my mind like, all right, that was really good.
Yeah.
That was a great response.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it responded to everyone essentially, and like, you know, it made it like it was just like, all right, you know, like you did good.
yeah,
You know, it's like you held yourself own, and like it's just like for the first official solo diss track to Kendrick, it could just be hindsight a little bit coming from me, but it's just like it just messed it up now.
yeah.
And then I feel like Kendrick didn't make the same. Like I want to say he didn't make the same mistake where. Well, I mean, maybe he did. Where like Euphoria was so good, I think Euphoria would have just did.
He watered it down a
good
little
enough.
bit, but he didn't ruin himself. But he like
didn't ruin,
what?
exactly. He didn't ruin himself, but it's just like, you know, we're gonna get like it wasn't that finishing that like I feel like you really would want for like a second one, and but then maybe it's just like it's also could be a good thing that they're getting rid of all the weaker bars now, you know. So now it's Drake's turn to really, you know, this is gonna be Drake's official first one, hopefully, where it's like he's coming at Kendrick. So let's see it. I'm excited.
I don't know what you would do. Like, what can you like? I feel like so if you do like in terms of substance for each one, it's like Drake was coming at him for his height. He was coming at him for being a pot, like doing the same thing he's doing. He's bigger than him. But like Kendrick was coming at him like, bro, you shouldn't be saying, you know, the N word. Like you shouldn't be.
Kendrick
like
came at his whole life. His whole
yeah,
career.
like
not, and I think like yeah, but that wasn't Drake's first one. Wasn't just to Kendrick. It was it was to Rick Ross.
no, yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
just to
That's
everyone.
that's fair.
You know, so it's not fully. It's not. Just give Drake one. I think me personally, I'm gonna give him one more response, and like it has to be on the same level of Euphoria at a minimum. You know, like it needs to be a big swing where, you know, like it was still light jabs, and then Euphoria, I think the more you like listen to it, the replay value is actually getting kind of crazy, and it's just like, it's like every time you listen to it, it's just like another bar, it's another bar. So it's
I
like,
listened to it
like,
a couple, like multiple
you know,
times. Like very,
and like
I like
the
that a lot.
V12 bar, like it's like I didn't know, like, you know, like the quintuple entendres and all the things that he asked for, you know. So it's just like
exactly. Drake was taunting him at the end, like, you better come up with something crazy, like
Oh,
waiting
he
on
did.
you.
He came correct. You know.
Yeah, it's like,
Exactly.
bro, don't mess with Kendrick. Is not fucking Meek Mill, bro. He's not Meek Mill.
back to that line.
but
Like
now
you're gonna
it's time to see it.
you're gonna come for the king. You better go for the head or whatever. Oh, Kendrick went for the head. Kendrick went for his whole existence. 6 minutes of just bodying. I mean, I texted you guys like, he killed Drake. It's just Aubrey now. It's just Aubrey. That's it.
Nah, he's fun. He's like, what is it? The braids?
He
You know,
killed
like,
me.
okay.
Came at his blackness, his
Yeah.
sexuality, his career. I literally was just like listing the thing. It just kept going. Like I was like, dude, he came at everything. Like it was crazy. Like I mean, and then without being like, maybe too over disrespectful. Like he didn't, Kendrick, I feel like has enough respect not to come at like Drake's kids or whatever. Like he might come
His
at
baby mom's a porn star.
Yeah,
like,
he might come at the baby mama, which is it is what it is. But like
he didn't even say that. You didn't even,
Yeah.
you know.
But
I
like,
think Kendrick would come for his kids and like.
I mean, that'd be crazy. Like it's one thing revealing it, but then I don't know.
Nah, like Drake.
Well, he came at him as a
What
father.
this thing is gonna happen is Drake is probably going to spawn something about his wife if he has any dirt, because it seems like Kendrick is clean right now. He's gonna come for his wife, and then Kendrick is gonna come for his kids and everyone else around him. I feel like it's just gonna be to a point where there's no rules right now.
It's rap beef, yeah. It's the
it's
streets.
But what you
There's
like?
no
He would
rules.
have to say like Kendrick's gay or something. Like he would have to say like, I don't know what you would say about Kendrick to discredit him, right? Because he tried to discredit him on Taylor Made, saying like the West Coast don't even fuck with you. You're putting on like trying to like say where he comes from is not where he comes from or something like that. But it's like it doesn't even like you have to say something really bad about Kendrick at this point. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't think Drake has that.
He was like, I feel like he was building it up like he does, and it's either gonna be like holy shit or he shot himself in the foot. Like I think there's like I don't know. I think
It really could be the downfall of Drake, though. No lie.
It's like the Ubuntu
'Cause
drill
nobody's-
where it's just like when you're killing someone, it's like 2 shots to the chest and 1 to the head.
Mhm.
I feel like Kendrick took the 2 shots to the chest, and then now it's like he's aiming for the headshot to put him out.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. If Kendrick, I mean, this could just be fantasizing. Like, if Kendrick dropped a 3rd diss track in a row and really just laid it all out there, exposed Drake, did some real crazy, like,
Mhm.
he could just end it, right? Like, that's, like, don't even give Drake an opportunity to respond. Like,
Like, Kendrick got to name the track the name of his accuser or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like something crazy. Because they said he paid like $500,000 to somebody.
the allegations are crazy
You know what I
right
mean?
now. The allegations are crazy right now against Drake. So it's like,
So I don't know.
you can get some evidence out there, put some facts out there. It can get ugly for Drake. I mean, I don't think this is the downfall of Drake. Drake.
I don't know, because people in his like people like music artists aren't really coming out like like protecting Drake or anything, or saying anything, or like the most people that are saying are media people and like the comedians and stuff, or like the like media, like it's mostly just media people like that I've seen like defend Drake and say, oh, Drake's up 2-0 or something. Like I don't know. I've seen some bullshit basically saying like Drake's up, or Drake like Kendrick's disses are boring or something like that. I'm like,
I just think that Drake stands will always be Drake stands. Drake knows his fan base, and
yeah, it's
Kendrick
pretty
fans
bad.
were doing the same thing though. They were very bad. Like Drake had a good, like Push-Ups was good, and like it was a good response.
Yeah, I
Kendrick
listen to Push-Ups. Push-Ups is good, like in terms of like, it Euphoria and Push-Ups like get you like, you know what I mean? Like it feels like you coming at somebody. The other two
Yeah.
feel like poetry or something. Like I don't know.
I think it's just part of the game right now where a lot of people are very biased, and it's just like they don't want to see their GOAT like look bad by any means necessary, and like at the end of the day, these people are Drake and Kendrick fans. They're not rap or music fans,
Mm.
It's like I don't know, it's like unnecessary diehard allegiance when I don't know how people could just look at, it's just like they're just in, I don't know.
Their own
It's like
world
the
or
same,
something.
yeah, or like it's just like unnecessary diehard allegiance when you just can't be unbiased. And I feel as if a lot of these people have a platform and they speak on these things without an unbiased lens, So it's
Yeah.
just like,
Well, DJ Academics like biggest Drake writer.
They're just
but
hopping
I mean,
on.
he's been supporting Kendrick too. He's had the same energy, I feel like,
Nah. Well, he tries to be, but nah. Trust me. Like if you
It's the same thing. Like
you
Joe
follow
Budden.
him, bro, it's like all you hear is like Drake. Like some random person on Twitter will tweet like Drake diss. Like somebody said Drake. So I don't know if you guys seen it, but it was like his name's like DJ Head or something like that. He tweeted
Yeah.
that Drake was gonna drop his diss track last night, and maybe he was going to, but he tweeted after he's like he got cold feet. Maybe he was to, but then he got alerted that Kendrick was about to drop, so he was like, wait, hold on, you know what I mean? So that could be a little thing. So Drake might actually have a diss already, and he might go back and revise it a little bit now that Kendrick. But regardless, I don't know. There's just too much like this like weird post from Mac.
Quick
Straight.
update. Shout out Adrian. He said Cavs Magic Game 7.
Damn.
Oh, they tied it up. They tied
Yeah,
the
I
series?
guess the Magic they won tonight. So check out those highlights later maybe, but Game 7. But yeah, no, just to focus back on the discussion. Yeah, no, I mean, I believe Drake probably does have something ready. To me that sounds plausible. Like he was gonna drop last night, might have heard something. Kendrick was gonna drop and decided to wait off, so now he's gonna go back, re-edit, fix his response, and then probably drop. I don't know. What do you guys think? The thing is, like, all these drops are apparently there's so many meanings with the quadruple and quintuple entendres and stuff. Like, they're very planned, very meticulated. So I can't really say when Drake will drop, but it will probably be of some time of significance or some meaning, some date, because apparently everything has to have meaning in these, even the drops and the titles and everything. So,
the best thing.
Yeah, Kevin's or Warlord was right. I remember he asked me a few weeks ago if I believed Drake actually, and I asked you guys if Drake got BBL, and I couldn't believe it, but it looks like it's looking true.
People were saying, nah, Rick Ross said it, and Kendrick said, where you get your abs from, motherfucker?
It's kind of crazy. I was just like, nah, to me, the reason why I said no at the time, like, Drake has so much money, like, dude can get a personal trainer, like, you know what I mean? Like, he can afford to go on a great diet and just work out.
Or you can
and
get it done in a couple days, though.
I mean, I think that's like the whole point of having money,
But I guess when you have money, you can just take the easy way out and get it done for you, not have to put the work in.
Because you gotta think about it. He's probably like, his life is probably super efficient, where he's doing everything he can in a day, and it's like, we can cut out working out if you just take these.
But that's just so sad.
You still have to work out after. I think it's
well, like a daily exercise. Sure,
it's easier to work out after when you're already like. But getting abs is just
it's just because like
he was never like an extensively bigger dude. You know what I'm saying? Where I feel like he could have worked for it a little bit. Maybe.
I follow Drake on Instagram still, and I still recall him posting on Instagram in the gym, quote unquote, showing off the abs. And you're just like, okay, makes sense. Like, and to find out this, it's like, damn, bro, you really just putting on for the internet. You're no better than anyone else. Yeah, you're just.
He's a true bad bitch, right? True IG model.
Yeah,
huh?
just I
Miami
gotta
real
fake it
quick.
on IG. Like,
shout out to Dr. Miami.
yeah,
probably got an NDA with him.
Drake getting a BB, just crazy. I don't know, Drake. You need to come right, bro. You need to correct these allegations. Like, you want.
But literally, Kendrick put him in a bad spot. He said you can't say the N word no more. Like, how he has to respond to that. He has to respond to where he comes from. He has to respond to, like being a dad or something. He has to respond to so many things and come at Kendrick. And figure out stuff about Kendrick. Like, it's gonna be hard, bro. That's hard. I don't know.
He's playing from behind. Like, he's playing defense right now.
And the response needs to be like, when it comes to like rapping, entendres, all the, like the logistical stuff, like it needs to be on par with Kendrick, because now it's like you dug that hole too. So it's like,
that's a battle. That's a battle.
It's right like there. If you can somehow respond, come at him, and do it in a very like sophisticated way. I don't know. That's a tower to climb right there. So,
good luck, Drake.
We'll see. We're here for it.
He tweets like, his posts on IG is like he don't care. He's laughing, or he's like, I'll do it myself or something.
He cares.
Yeah. He's
Kendrick's up there right now in Drake's head. Like,
Yeah. He wakes up every day, gyms, and then he's like thinking of bars. And
yeah,
stuff.
like, nah, he can deny it all he wants. Like, this is probably all Drake's focusing on right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then Kendrick,
Yeah.
I mean, him too, probably. They're probably both in each other's heads, but Kendrick got the upper hand right now, so.
It was hell for the week or so, the whatever how many days it's like Kendrick to drop. You know, it was
But
definitely
that-
bothering him a little bit. So I think it's now the pressure's back on Drake. So
Yeah.
it's good. This is exactly what it needed to be, and it's good to see.
Yeah, like you said, we're the real winners here as rap fans. Like, we get to just see this. Into the summer's coming up too, so like I don't know. It just feels like the best time to like enjoy music and have a good time.
I think I was thinking about the best thing Drake can do is make a summer banger, but it's a diss to Kendrick. You know what I mean? But it's like the way he does it is where like people don't need to listen to the lyrics but vibe or something. Like if he does that, then he wins. That he automatically wins because it'll be like a summer banger.
So he'll
And
just
Drake.
do the most Drake thing ever, pretty much.
Yeah.
Nah, the first one has to be bars. The second, like he needs to drop a second one that's like a hit song. You feel me? Like,
If he drops a hit song with the diss, like then he'll win. Like because then it's like you can't escape it. But I don't know.
nah,
'cause, like-
the first one, it has to be for the rap
Because
fans.
I'm just thinking of like "Hit 'Em Up" from Tupac. Like that song is like like you can just bump that song too. Like, but I mean, obviously it's very vulgar and stuff, but it's just I don't know. Like to have like a really good diss song, like it has to be also like kind of bumpable or something. Like Euphoria, I like it might sound boring to some people, but I actually like listening to it. And I like hearing.
No,
like,
yeah, I saw people saying Euphoria has no replayability, and I wholeheartedly disagree with that. I
Yeah, I
listened
think
to
so
it.
too,
I
yeah.
listened to it like 6
I
times
disagree.
the first day it came out. Like I was just listening to the bars, and like Edmund said, every time you listen, you hear something new, you catch something new. You're like, oh my god, this dude came at Drake in so many more ways than you could even like fathom. It's crazy. Like I said, I was counting the amount of things like he came at him for. He really just came at
Yeah,
the biggest thing.
I
to
hate
me,
the way that you talk. I hate the way
yeah, like he was just like, I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way you talk. I hate the way you walk. I hate the whatever the bar. Like I was just
Yeah.
like, this dude is just straight hating right now. Like, but I was here for it. I'm like, yeah, this is what I want. I could relate. I'm a hater too. So,
Yeah, nah.
let's see. Reached out the clip on stage with 17-year-old 2010. Shit's crazy indeed for Jersey. Yeah, see. I don't know, man. Drake got a lot of allegations right now. The whole Euphoria thing is a nod to what
looking spooky.
Deadly Adrian's just replying to.
Yeah,
Like,
it sucks being at the top, honestly, because Drake is just it's easier to fall. It's easier to just be like so many eyes on you, so many
yeah,
like this stuff I didn't know about. Like when he was talking about Kendrick was talking about like the Ho Chi whatever blah blah. He got robbed at that like
Yeah.
Chinese food place and stuff. Well, it's like Drake got mad shit that he definitely pushed down in the media. You know what I'm saying? Probably coming up to protect his image, but it's like nah, that's just coming up.
yeah. It's just crazy how they have access to all this information. The rest of us, it's like we're just learning this, and they like, it's like you forget. Like you think you know these artists, but you realize like you don't really know. You just know their Instagram or their media persona, their media, whatever. But like, nah, these guys who actually know each other, hear things about each other because they work in the same industry, like they know the type of person you are. So
Yeah, they keep it quiet because they want to move. They want to, you know what I mean. They don't want to step on
Yeah.
toes. But it's like a lot of industry people know shit. Like,
yeah,
there's shit that we do not know.
Like I'm looking at it and I'm like, who's the leak? Because Drake be posting mad photos of like everybody in his crew that he be, going to Turks and Caicos, and I'm just like, damn, is it him? Is it him?
Mhm.
Like, does he have an idea of who it might be, or like, does he? Like, I don't know. Like, what does he know about all the leaks in his operation? Apparently, so
Yeah,
it's
it's hard. It's hard to be in a place where you can't feel like you could trust anybody. So
That's crazy. I mean, got to keep the crew small. I mean, I'm not gonna tell Drake what to do, but gotta make sure it's people you trust. So, but there's definitely a
there's gonna be snakes though. Like, there's no way you can be at the top and have everybody in your best interest. Like, there's not like I don't know. The paydays some of these people probably getting, they're like, it's not about Drake. It's about Drake the image. So as long as they're pushing the Drake the image, like you know what I mean, like they're getting money. So they'll make Drake do whatever he needs to do. Like, I don't know. There's just I don't know.
You have to do something completely devious. So.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, is Kendrick gonna be the one to say it, or is he gonna get the info from someone? Because the thing about it is like they know they're beefing. So there's people that hate Kendrick that are giving Drake
information.
There's people that age Drake that did him dirty one time or something, that stole his song or something, like, and they're like, you know what, fuck that. Like,
what do you guys think it is that's like? What would be the big, like, I don't know. I don't even know where to think. Like, I don't even know what to think. Like, what can it be on either side that would really just, like, stick out and end this? Like, Kendrick is hard because he's so low key. Like, you know what I mean?
That's what he said in his new song. He's like, I'm sorry, I'm boring. Like,
yeah, that's. I mean, that's to his benefit. He's so low key. His team is probably a lot smaller. Like, he, you know, Drake puts it all out there. So, like you said, it's tough for him to have to.
I think it's the allegations, honestly. Like, I feel like it's gonna be damning evidence where it's gonna be bad for him. You know, where it's gonna be like another story of like someone that no one's ever heard of or something.
Yeah,
and
some 16-year-old
or something crazy where it's just like, you know, like I feel like we've seen stuff where it's just like, like that's like obviously it's still bad, but it's just like we don't know the full context of whatever, but it's gonna be one thing. Like I feel like it's gonna be something really
it's like bad. Undeniable, undisputable.
Where
like...
it's, you know, where like
hey, it has to be. So, like to really just put him down, like you have to just put him down.
Damn Drake.
Because he's definitely had moments where it's just like that's sus or like. You know,
but also, like Drake came at Kendrick talking about like, you know, show you splits, drop, give me 50. But then like Kendrick and before he's like, you want to talk about splits? Like you signed to this.
That's also like, you know what I'm saying? Like where he's just like, I feel like, you know, like the memes where like Drake is this underground boss or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like he could also hint on that where he did somebody grease that, you know, something like he was in charge of Young Thug getting locked up or some shit, or like and that, like, you know, something crazy where it's just like you just won't expect it, you know.
Drake was the snitch the whole time.
Oh yeah, he was a snitch or something, or like
you know, where it's just like the Atlanta connection or like the Houston, like with like the mob top, like he's like he wanted to like get more credibility, and like it just didn't.
If they get an interrogation room from Drake, GG's. Like Drake's like if he's snitching or he's like, I don't know nothing about these guys. You know me, I'm Drake or something. Like I don't know, something stupid like that. Like I swear to God, his credibility is gone. But I think that's like random. That's like I'm trying to think.
It's so random, but I feel like it's also like, you know, it hints on like the whole thing. Like you mentioned it, where like you wish that like what Pusha said a few years ago, Kendrick said it, and I think that the theme of it all is like Kendrick is just saying like, you're pretending to be something that you don't have to be. You know, people could rock with your authentic and your genuine self, and it's hard for Drake, who's like he does all these personas for a reason.
Yeah,
obviously,
I was gonna
like,
say Drake is a persona, like he.
But you know the insecurities of not being accepted for yourself fully, and because you know you do all these things, and like I feel like it's gonna be exposed, and like I think it's already being exposed or it has been exposed, and now with like the whole throwing people under the bus to like get their revenue splits or whatever, I don't even know. So we'll see. This could be a lot of different things.
Yeah, I mean that's all industry stuff, and that's like unfortunate truth is probably that just happens all the time. Yeah. Like Drake's not the only one doing it. Kendrick's not the only one part of it or doing it. Like, you know,
you can get like the weekends because like I don't know, Kendrick can figure out something with the weekend or something because like there's a reason why he didn't want to sign with OVO or something. Like I don't know, like or something.
I mean that beef been going back for so long too though. Like it's
everyone
I feel like we know, yeah, like we knew about.
But like I'm saying, bring up like not bring it up in terms of the beef, but like bring up something that Drake tried to do. Like I'm saying, like I don't know, like there's a lot of Drake haters, so it's like we can get something like that they've been holding back.
Side note, I don't know why I just thought about this. Just talking about OVO, y'all see Party Next Door's last album that he dropped, the cover.
I gotta listen to that actually.
Yeah,
I was gonna say like we didn't talk about how it dropped last week. And
I listened
just
to
did
it, and I just the whole time I was like on the train, I was like, I need to shut my phone off because this cover is crazy. It's
It's
crazy.
this girl, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but like,
Boss is girl. Okay. I think the cover doesn't. I don't know.
it doesn't show anything, but like you still see you see a lot. Like
That's a crazy cover.
It's Party Next Door though. It's like he makes sex music, makes
I know.
R&B
But, like,
or whatever.
to the people who don't know that around me on the train, they're just like, what?
Hey,
What is
bro.
this freaky ass looking
Exactly,
at right now,
like
bro?
7 a.m. What is this guy having his screen? Like, my fault.
It is pretty bad, but it's to me it's art, so it's whatever.
Yeah.
I went through the first listen today, and I feel like I need to give it a few more.
Yeah. I only listened to
In
it
the
twice.
cars.
I gotta listen to
I've
it.
literally seen Crash album, and I've literally seen Fire Ass album, so I have to listen to it myself. Like,
Yeah.
from people I know, like I would see their music taste.
I can't give a full take on it, but it's just like there's a few songs where I'm just like, all right, this has potential, and like maybe I just got to listen to it in a different setting. It's definitely, I don't know. I feel like Party Next Door music is like it has to sit for a little bit, and then like you got to hear a song randomly, and then you're just like, yeah, that's fire,
Mhm.
you know, like, and it's just.
I mean,
this
he
is
has the
how it
potential
goes.
for like a club song too. So
Yeah.
Definitely, there's a few where it's just like, you know, I was like, all right, yeah, this is valid. Bust a wine to this maybe a little bit, or like
mhm.
we'll see.
But we'll see. Give that a listen. Like I said, I listened to it briefly, not like, well, twice through, I guess. But I wouldn't say I was like fully engaged either time. It was just more like on the way to work type deal, and just more astounded by that cover art because I'm like, what is this? But yeah, I don't
Freaky
know.
frogs.
Anything else to say on either Euphoria or 616 in LA, or anything with Drake's side, like push-ups, tailor made. I don't know.
Drake got to bring the big guns. That's all.
All right, balls in Drake's court. We'll see what happens. I mean, luckily this week we got the diss tracks before the podcast.
True.
So-
I know, right?
so we
It was
didn't
good.
Have to be thankful.
We didn't
Shout
have to
out
wait.
to Kendrick and them, you know.
Kendrick did us the
Appreciate
solid.
that.
He made sure he dropped during the week. So
A Thursday night
That's
drop is totally fine with us.
What was it?
That's
Tuesday morning and Thursday
morning
night.
and Thursday morning.
Or
Thursday morning. It was
Thursday
6 in the
morning.
morning.
Okay.
Oh,
He
okay.
did it at that
That's-
time. Okay.
It's that's a working man. I respect it right there. You know,
So-
it's just like start your shift off right. I appreciate.
He woke
that.
up. I just imagine Kendrick waking up and he's just like, "Oh yeah, we're doing this right now.
Cause the guys like drop
Yep.
that shit, please.
Drop that shit right now." Like,
You know, it's like he's a part-time worker, full-time dad.
that's so funny.
You don't know nothing about that.
All
But
right. Well,
Coming
yeah,
out.
we'll stay tuned, and hopefully, next week if Drake does drop, it's before the podcast so we can bring it up. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Gonna go tune into this Mavericks and Clippers game now, so let's go Mavs. We'll see what happens. But
Ooh.
let's get it.
all right, fellas, I think that's it for this episode. Again, real quick, follow our Instagrams down below. Go follow our socials: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, and we appreciate you guys tuning in.
Peace.
Thank you.
Peace.